I'm starting my vlog today solo, 8:58 in the morning. Had something cancel, so me and Iris are on different schedules. Pulling up to the office, good day. Got Nightline following me around today, so I'm excited about that. So some of your grandparents and parents are gonna check that out on the television. You'll see that online. I'll chop it up. Super excited. All great stuff. Focused VaynerMedia. Just the whole VaynerX family, Pure Wow, all that is going extremely well. Tons of strategies for 2018 being implemented. Super excited for Agent 2021, our first owned and operated conference in Miami next week. That should be great. And obviously the book is right upon us. Obviously super excited about crushing it. It's doing extremely well in sales, which I appreciate. YouTube. If you have not pre-ordered it, now is the time. Don't break my heart. You know, what a lot of people don't understand about raising capital is you just need somebody to say yes. It's not about, you know, here's how you do it. There's 7 people running around right now that love coffee and tattoo and is a tattoo artist whose grandfather left him or her $1 million and they're trying to figure out where to spend it. Those people exist. Like, you're not gonna go to Silicon, well, the reason everyone's losing is they wanna go to Silicon Valley and talk to bankers and math kids, and they run you through the ringer, and it's a waste of time. You need to go find entrepreneurial money who believe in you. You need to go find somebody who sold their agency and has $12 million now and is looking to do something and is like, oh, I understand Mike, and I love skateboarding and tattoos, and I love, do you understand? Like, so I'm giving you a piece of advice that people are just not understanding. That's the game. Like, you don't go to somebody who's gonna say no. And that's what every creative, you know, entrepreneur is doing right now, and it's a complete waste of time. Raising capital, it's so many of you have gotten caught in this bullshit venture capital and banking world. When you need money, you gotta be willing to get it in any shape or form, as long as it's clean money, and as long as the person you're getting from isn't going to put you emotionally in a bad place, right? You know, you don't wanna get money from your aunt who's then gonna text you 15 times a day and say, I hate, you suck. You know, like, that brings in too much family dynamics. But nonetheless, what I mean by that is everybody's trying to fit into the mold of how to sell to a venture capitalist when that's like a moonshot, instead of trying to find high net worth individuals who believe in your vision. Like, I've never I've written millions of dollars in checks through my career, and it's never been because of the math, and then other people have never written a check that hasn't been about the math, and neither is right or wrong. It's about styles. And so you know, but too many of you have no chance of getting a Silicon Valley venture capital firm to write you a check. And all you do is you sit and you make excuses. I didn't go to a good college, or I don't look the part, or they don't invest in minorities, or whatever you may come up with, instead of going to who will give you money. Find who will give you money. You know, high net worth individuals who are creative and open-minded. Find them.
Very meta piece.
I'm super okay.
Because I was just doing that stuff, and then you've got dedicated time to speak with Rebecca Jarvis.
Looking forward to it.
In this office.
Looking forward to it.
Cool. Hey.
Let's do it. So these ladies flew from Australia.
Thank you.
For you.
Thank you.
For you.
Well, what kind of teenager were you?
I was a great teenager. My mom, I'm writing a book called Perfectly Parented, so it's interesting to hear what you guys...
Wow, this is awesome.
So I'm writing a book called Perfectly Parented, and it's the perspective of a kid who feels his parents perfectly parented him. My mom and dad, so I never did I did nothing wrong except get bad grades. So I never disrespected anybody. I never did cliche drugs and alcohol stuff. I was the nicest kid. I was friends with everybody in my high school. I worked every minute. I went to like 7 high school parties in my life. You know, I just worked. I like helped around the house because I was the oldest. I was a ridiculously good kid, yet I wasn't like a square, or you know, like meaning I had fun, I enjoyed it. Like my high school years were very simple. I worked every minute, which was the happiest moments of my time, whether it was doing baseball card shows, selling at flea markets, or working in my dad's liquor store, or I was in school being miserable. I didn't play sports. I played tennis for 2 years, but I barely played sports. I didn't chase girls for the most part. Like I just was very focused on being an entrepreneur from a very young age, and I was obsessed with not making my mom upset.
I love that. A lot of teenagers, seeing as I'm a mum,
yeah.
You know, I want to...
It's just true. Like my mom guilted me into being a great child and a great teenager, and I think that's what I do to my employees.
How? Yeah.
By providing so much love and support that the fear is letting them down. Guilting. Iris was gonna leave after working for a year. That was her plan, that was her thoughts, but she's still here because it's better to be here than it's not to be here.
Well, a lot of teenagers actually disconnect from their parents.
Because their parents are screwing up. Their parents are doing the wrong thing. Their parents care about themselves, not their kids. Parents are struggling out there because they're insecure and they're parenting their children based on the judgment of other parents, not based on putting their kids in a position to succeed. I understand that. Get me on the phone with them for 5 minutes.
Basically like a digital agency.
Yep. When was that?
This is like middle of 2016.
Okay.
And I mean, it was just straight to the fire.
Yep.
And I had no problem with that. Like that's where I think I thrive. Took us a little bit of time to figure out what our niche was, and then once we figured that out, and it's been it's been incredible. Like I have, we have a team of 6, like. Co-work space in the city. I mean, it's typical stuff, trying to make it happen with with what we can. And I guess one of the main things that I'm running up against now is like I need to scale. I need a couple more people. I need to be able to do certain things that I'm doing.
There's only 2 ways to do that. It's a chicken and egg game.
Yeah.
You either go out and get enough business that allows you to afford it, or you convince people to work for you for free because you're a good enough guy that when you can make it whole, you will.
Okay, that makes sense.
But there's a ton of 22-year-old you and me, and Boyds, and Irises. There's a lot of them. There's just a lot of kids who are 22 who want to fuck with you. You just have to create the net. So you have to start, people are scared to ask for people to work for free, but you have to find 2 people who are working a year that are willing to work for $14 an hour. Because you might have to pay minimum wage. I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, I'm for sure scared to ask people to work for free.
Here's why. I know. Let me tell you the secret of why I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna pay them back more. And I know I'm capable of. And I know that if I wasn't capable of, I would die to the end.
Yeah.
Like if this went bankrupt because there was fraud going on and I owed a lot of $6 of them, well, that's what I would work on until I would start up again. The biggest reason people are scared to ask people to work for free is they think it's doing the wrong thing, and I think it's doing the right thing. There's a lot of street kids who are not going to NYU, who are going to a community college that no agency wants to hire because they're hiring from better schools, who you'll fuck with, and they'll fuck with you.
Okay.
You might have to kiss some frogs.
Right.
When you get free, you get what you pay for sometimes.
Been there. Yeah.
But I spoke for free. I do stuff for free. I'm doing stuff for free constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this meeting. The fuck is this meeting for me?
That's what I'm wondering too.
Well,
I get it.
this is my version of working for free.
I absolutely understand.
Like people, when I talk about working for free, people love to come out and fucking kill me. I know what you guys are thinking. They're just not as smart.
Right.
There's 2 people on earth right now who can be a designer or an account person or a media planner or whatever the fuck you do, who are willing to work for you for $15 because you told them at a pop-up salad QSR for an hour that you got them.
Right.
And they're gonna say, you're brown like me too. It's always the ones that look like you.
Yeah.
Like kids that went to Yale and went to MBAs, they don't fuck with me.
Right, which is cool.
Until they break at 29.
Right.
Then they find me.
So to give you a little bit of background about myself and how I got started, I got into fitness in 2012 kind of accidentally. I was on my own journey, experiencing health problems. My journey was very much in fitness, more about the health side of things.
Yep.
And I joined Instagram to motivate myself. We were actually living in China at the time. And being alone on that journey, that Instagram was my way to connect and communicate with people.
Especially back home, right?
Yeah, and since that was really at the beginning of Instagram, I started organically growing a page just by connecting with people. And
I know enough about your story. I know enough about that era of Instagram to know that you were on that wave. I remember.
Yeah. Okay. So fast forward to today. Pretty much, I've built this brand kind of on accident, but it's been amazing because it's something that I'm passionate about and I'm able to connect with people on. And I launched the app December 17th, so it's been just a few weeks. And so the launch was great. My community kind of just freaked out, exploded, and they're loving it. I would just say that where we're at now is we're a pretty small team. We're a team of 5, and the demand is exceeding our potential as a small team. And
well, let me give you a first big piece of advice. Try to keep less money.
Keep less money.
Of course.
Invest more in the company.
100%.
Right.
Unless you're retiring next year, the biggest mistake that people that go through what you're going through right now make is they're trying to maximize profit to buy the things that the 2 of you want.
Yeah. Right.
So they're willing to not hire 3 more teammates and invest in the business because they want an extra vacation or a bigger bedroom or 3 more handbags. I mean, that's real. The biggest first piece of advice I would make is the following. There are, Ming, right? Min. Spell it?
M-I-N-H.
There are 7,000 Mins right now. Do you know how pumped Min is too? Do you know how many, you have to understand how this is all playing out. Min's a young woman, Alex, Iris. There are people that are under 25, Alex is way over 25, but you are? Wow, you look great. But there's a lot of people right now, there's an unbelievable amount of talented 22 to 24-year-olds who look up to you, who are willing to work for very little. You need to build out your team and take it out of your short-term pocket to create long-term success. I get 40 emails a week minimally of I have an MBA, I've been running a business for 4 years, forget about learned, I've made more money in the last 6 months watching your vlog and listening to your podcast than I did the last 6 years with all that background. Because you have to understand, this is of the moment. The reason they're do you understand that all of you in this room don't realize how smart you are? Because you're in your own bubble? I mean this. You're in the forefront of something, which then means you don't understand, because then you're only surrounding yourself with other people that are doing the same thing. 99% of the people don't believe what's going on in crushing it. When I wrote the first one, the thought of making money on YouTube or social media was absurd. I mean, go read the first Amazon comments of my first book 9 years ago. So you've already got the mentality, now let me give you the practicality. Get 4 people on your team for the cost of what you probably allocated for 1. an enormous amount of 22-year-olds right now, and more next year because they're getting affected in teenage years, every year more. His dream job in life is to either be an influencer or work for one. Yeah. That's just real.
We're excited to read the book.
Thank you. Yes, yes, enjoy.
You got presents.
Yeah, that's my MBA. Right
I love it. I think you'll really like it.
Yeah.
I hope there's one or two little nuggets that can, you're so in it that it will come natural, but I really actually wrote it for people like you. Like there was like 4 to 7 things that are in there that I'm like, okay, this is the best shit I know, that I think maybe even for the people that know, they may not know.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you again.
Thank you guys, take care, bye-bye. The reason this is intriguing is that the streets will fuck with it, and so it's got bigger upside. This is why I'm gonna go to the point that I wanna make, which is, when I think about businesses like this, the biggest thing that I'm gonna give you a huge piece of recommendation, you don't wanna be at the mercy of these fucking logos. Got it?
You don't think you've got Penn State, Michigan, Indiana?
Nope.
You've got 100.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. Here's the good news. No, here's why. You don't have the leverage. I'm gonna say it again. It's way better if you guys design something with a logo that was yours and people started coming to you. Your patent's not gonna hold, your brand will.
Let me ask you a question. Louis Vuitton
Yes.
is not a one single product company.
It started as one.
It did, but is that where you're
Period.
saying this could be? Where we're doing more things
say
than just the
brand?
hood?
That's how it always works.
Okay.
But just, you did say.
What do you think Under Armour
should
started
do
as?
it.
What do you think Nike started as? Every brand we're about to say started as a single product company.
Your 5th business book just came out.
Yes.
It will have just come out at the time of this interview.
And right now I'm in talks for something dealing with TV. You know,
You're having a moment.
yes, and I'm trying to see where the right place is to grab it, because I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. I love the classroom. I love working with kids. But I'm
Do you understand that you have a moment right now and you can always go back to the classroom and maybe never have a moment like this again? Have you thought about that? Because a lot of times I think people think about selling out or changing their lives, but like what I love about being a teacher and many other things that people do, I always remind people, just do me one favor. Know what you can come back to and what you can't come back to.
You know, I've definitely got a great unit, man. I mean, I couldn't ask for more.
Then you should go for it. When shit's good, you go on the offense. You're crippled by opportunity. My answer is, if you've got a good at home and she's supporting you and the little one's not gonna remember any of this anyway, then go. Take your moment.
This is the stuff that I'm telling my kids. This is, you know, fail forward. You know, like take what is there. Take this opportunity. This is what I'm.
It's easier to give advice than to take it. Which is why I think I've popped, because I think I only give advice that I already took, so nobody can call me on the vulnerability. I'm a practitioner of all my thesis.
What do you?
Casey actually you know what? Fucking Casey. Casey Neistat's a fucking beast. What do you say? Where is he? Where is he? The name Garyvee has become synonymous with motivating an entire generation. No one understands the power of social media better than Gary, because none of what he preaches is theory. It's an understanding born from his deep expertise in business and life. What Casey understood about me in his quote for this book is, I'm not guessing. I would have regretted if I didn't take my moment back in 2006 where I'm like, wait a minute, am I a wine merchant or am I a anthropology, like digital, like what am I?
Right.
I never knew the word, I wasn't a good student, so I didn't know all these words. They came to me later, but I failed forward, I tasted, and most of all, I just did not worry about what anybody else thought. Go do your thing.
Look, I'm ready to, man.
Just go do
really,
it.
really serious.
Just honestly, just go very hard.
Yeah.
Say yes to everything.
Word.
Until you can't fucking breathe.
I'm ready for it. And you know, it's funny, this was the year I said at school, I was like, this is gonna be my year to say no. And you know, and like watch all the things that I'm accepting, but I realized, like you're saying, the more important focus is that yes. And where I'm putting those
you know
yeses.
what you know what's up? When you say yes and you can't breathe anymore because you're saying yes to everything, the yeses are giving you more oxygen.
Yeah, it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Thank you for this
You're
yes,
welcome.
man. I
Talk to you soon.
Can't say it enough.
Stay
Thank
well.
you so much. Peace out.
Day's been fucking crazy. Straight fucking crazy. Right?
Yeah.
Even by our standards.
Okay, you ready?
John,
Do you think that there's destiny in life?
I think DNA is a big fucking deal. And I think has a whole lot to do with how things play out.
Uh-huh.
And I think that there's certain people who have DNA traits that create scenarios that are easy to see from far away.
We did
I'm out of here.
Spotify
Iris,
spotlight.
see ya.
I don't have it.